r/AskMen. Former election 9734 says, do looks matter as much as personality when it comes to find a partner? I, 26 meters, was talking with my good old friend, 23F, about girls. She knows that I usually like to go out on dates with conventionally attractive girls, and I usually do. While discussing this, I told her that I can't only be attracted to a girl's personality, but I also really need to be physically attracted to them to consider them for serious dating. She told me that she changed her mind about me, that she thought I was great, but now I'm just fine, and that I was incredibly shallow for saying this. She then showed me some girls I did not find attractive, and she told me those are the girls at my level, and that I should be dating. I told her that, in order to date someone, I actually need to be sexually attracted to them, or else they'll just be friends. She was really mad I said that, and she told me I was a low quality person for thinking that. Am I really? Please be honest. Portia Labiatus says, attraction is the first hurdle for a relationship. Some people take looks and the only thing that matters way too far in an attempt to not seem shallow. Unable_duty7809 says, I tried dating someone less attractive once and nope. Just as insecure, boring, and self-centered as really attractive women. Lord off the flagon says, especially if they know you can pull a more attractive partner. Lizard1 says, you don't, she's obviously lying. For instance, no matter how funny a guy is, if he's ugly, your friend absolutely won't date him. Former election 9734 says, she was making this example how she was seeing this one ugly guy only for his personality. Even though she's also trying to make him just a friend, and doesn't treat him very nicely. Salt water in my blood says, this almost makes me feel sad for her. She's pursuing something she feels she ought to, instead of what she wants, because of all the bullshit people eat up around relationships and standards of attraction. Almost, though, because she's treating someone like crap as part of it. Oddball 667 says, she isn't your friend, she's trying to shame your natural feelings and tear down your confidence. Nonstop Disco GG says, I, 26 meters, was talking with my good old friend, 23F, about girls. She knows that I usually like to go out on dates with conventionally attractive girls, and I usually do. While discussing this, I told her that I can't only be attracted to a girl's personality, but I also really need to be physically attracted to them to consider them for serious dating. She told me that she changed her mind about me, that she thought I was great, but now I'm just fine, and that I was incredibly shallow for saying this. Bro, I don't think you realize this, but she probably did subtly, and I think you're probably missing some stuff. 1. Girls don't just randomly call their guy friends great. 2. You're sitting in front of a girl who's just a friend, telling her you only date attractive girls. In her mind, you actually just told her that she's not conventionally attractive whether you intended to or not. Even if she's not interested in you as partner, the fact you're not trying to date her, to her, means you think she's not attractive. She retaliated by trying to tell you you're rent attractive, which most men don't care about, to knock you down a peg. You have to understand women take social hits far harder than men, and looks is the social hierarchy women operate on, and you basically said she's not conventionally attractive. It doesn't matter if this was your intent or not, or if she realizes this is why she's mad. This is why women and men generally aren't just friends. We operate differently. No, you're not shallow. Men who say looks don't matter for dating are usually can't date attractive women, so they cope by pretending they're a better person for not caring about looks. It's been studied so many times, and looks are the #1 priority for men in. Hoochie_daddy says, lol, how do her boyfriends look? Are they as attractive as her? r/AskMen. Is my scene says, What healthy boundaries did you set in your relationship? For the men who've set healthy boundaries in their relationships, what/why/how did you set them? Edit. I'm mostly curious about non-sexual boundaries as I'm not sure I've established my own well enough. Boost says, I set boundaries all the time. I explain my reasoning. They don't have to agree with it. If we don't see eye to eye, then the relationship ends, so we can both find someone more our speed. Mighty Foreskin says, they change with time. Currently the first ones that pop into my mind are, it's okay to chat and share pics with other people, provided it's just for fun, and we are not recognizable. Meeting others in person is not okay, unless the other partner agrees to it. There is no CNC. No means no. r/AskMen. Jethwings says, dudes who moved away a significant distance, what local food perplexed you in your new home? Usana Mesifi says, what TF is this Dunkin' Donuts I'm seeing everywhere? Nautical_J says, it's all shit. That heckler over there says, Iowans don't know what BBQ is, but they think they do to the detriment of all involved. Corson_Rugband says, ballot. Look it up. Prize_consequence 568 says, shrimp po' boys. Why would you do that to the poor bread? r/AskMen. Amelia Rose White says, what are some cute little things a woman can do to make her boyfriend feel loved? Novasolid64 says, don't be a biatch. Sooner or later 96 says, surely there are cute actions and compliments that generally help, but I think, if you love him, you will by yourself learn what he like, and you'll end up doing it, just to see his delighted feelings, and that should be pretty much it. Big D 1970 says, food, hugs and kind words. Midian 2000 says, compliments, short texts during the day. Lots of guys would prefer a phone call if you want to have a whole conversation instead of texting back and forth. Homemade food. Obbit 1965 says, my woman friend bought me a book that was actually a gun safe. It was one of those cutout kind and I love it. We went straight to the gun range and bought a pair of his and hers matching pistols. It was the best day ever. r/AskMen. Cruel World 2024 says, how does a later in life relationship compare to your first love? When I say first love, I mean the person you firstly fell in love with, not necessarily first relationship. How would this compare to your future relationships? Do you ever really get over your first love? The Pants McFist says, as you get older you are capable of greater emotional intimacy through maturity. At 40 my feelings for my so are more complex, more intense, and I'm much more self-aware, so I'm a better partner than I would have been younger. Shane Sylvian says, I definitely got over my first love. Relationships only got better as I grew and matured as a person. Like now I know what I want and what my worth is. Been with my husband for almost 10 years and couldn't be happier. Kalma Silizali says, I fell in love at 33 and it's the best relationship of my life. Communication and comprehension skills changes everything. I love and I enjoy loving. I got over my first love when I realized that love is more than feelings. Pimp_out_Pris says, teenage relationships are raw emotion and confusion about expectations. As you get older it becomes far more about trust and teamwork. I think you develop a much better sense of your own individuality as you mature and subsequently respect other people's individuality as a result. This helps a lot with expectations, as you're in a relationship with the reality of a person rather than the idea of them. My later relationships have been much more about the life we can have together than life being the relationship, which was completely the opposite when I was a much younger man. That's all for this video. Was it good? I know not, for I'm a robot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. This video is the product of an automated process.